So obviously I'm an outside viewer from CS:GO, and then I'm gonna ask you this question: what is the future of CS:GO? Is Valorant gonna take over, or is CS:GO still gonna be the main shooter game out there?
I think Counter-Strike reached its peak in 2016 or 2017. Ever since then, the game didn't nearly get as many interesting updates that we got before. So before we got like a battle pass thing every 2 or 3 months. Nowadays we got, I think, 2 in the last 4 years, and there has not really been that much new interesting stuff coming into Counter-Strike, even though the game reached its new um, concurrent players peak like 2 or 3 months ago with 1 million concurrent players, which was due to the game becoming free to play. I wouldn't say that most of CS players that started when I started enjoy the game as much as they did like 3 or 4 years ago. And with the game becoming free to play, actually another problem arrived. There are so many cheaters in the game nowadays, so it's Counter-Strike when it comes to playing the normal matchmaking that's integrated within the game is the worst state it has ever been in. So you can be lucky if you only get one cheater every 3 games. It's really tough at times, and with also Riot Games pumping out the new game Valorant that I also enjoy quite a lot at the moment, it's quite difficult for Counter-Strike at the moment, but I think it's a good thing that we get some games that actually compete with Counter-Strike, because that may or may not get the developers of Counter-Strike to invest some more time into the game and hopefully make it a bit more interesting for the old players in the future.
Hmm. But if you are to look into the future, let's say 2, 3 years into the future, what is gonna be the main, let's say, shooter game? Fortnite, Valorant, Counter Strike. What is your prediction?
So I'm not a big fan of Fortnite at all, so I'm not gonna say anything about that. But I think Counter-Strike will always have its place. I don't think that Valorant or any other game that's about to come will entirely kill Counter-Strike. I think Counter-Strike and Valorant can coexist like League of Legends and Dota do. And I think the competition between those two games also made Dota and League of Legends better, and they get a lot of interesting updates. That's what I hope for with Counter-Strike as well. When it comes to Valorant, we still have to see if it can compete for more than 4 or 5 months. There have been so many games that just have been hyped up for a certain time and then soon later died. I think Valorant is gonna be around for quite some time, but I'm not worried at all that it's gonna kill the Counter-Strike community.
Hmm.
It will always be a thing.
What is your first impression of then the Valorant? I see your fellow countryman Massa uploading a lot of Valorant
Mhm.
clips once it was released. Did you enjoy it as much as him? And if so, what is your first impression of it?
I enjoyed it from the get-go. So I've been invited by Riot Games to be one of the first streamers to play it even before the closed beta. They actually wanted to fly us out to Barcelona to have us play the game and stuff, which sadly didn't happen because of the coronavirus. They canceled it like 2 days before we got there. I think would have been in March, so that was still at the very beginning of Corona. And we still got the opportunity to play Valorant, which was like an online thing then. And I did not expect that much because you could before you could also see some gameplay reels and some teasers and stuff. And Valorant looked like Fortnite to me, and I didn't expect the game to be good. But once I booted it up and played it, I realized that it's actually quite similar to Counter-Strike, and it's more Counter-Strike than it is Overwatch or Fortnite, and it's very similar. And Counter-Strike players actually will get the hang of it quite quickly and enjoy the